Hey everyone, welcome back to Fashion Design with Hannah. Before we get into today's video, I would like to note the fact that I'm wearing black and my glasses, as apparently I should be mourning the loss of my youth, according to the articles that have been floating around saying that Gen Z TikTok users are calling out millennials for their old side parts and skinny jean wearing habits and proclaiming their love of coffee and wine on t-shirts and whatnot. Just so you know, I have designed graphics for t-shirts proclaiming love for coffee and wine. It sells, I'm sorry. And also, middle parts look terrible on me. I learned that a long time ago. I will show you what a middle part looks like on me, and just know that I've been called hippie for it. My hippie look. Not young, hippie. Hippity-dippity. And just for the people who believe that middle parts are for everyone, I'll be wearing my hair like this for the rest of the video, even when you can't see me. And yes, I'm well aware of the fact that this is probably someone who is trolling very hard, and the internet just ran with it, as the internet can easily do. So let's get on to today's video, which is controversial as well, aka trends. Not everyone loves them, so what trends would you like to see leave and which ones would you like to stay? Go ahead and put those in the comments below and like this video if you feel like you enjoyed it. And now that we're through all of that, let's move on to today's video, which is January and February of Elle Vogue. And yes, I did notice later on that the Zendaya cover I showed in the previous video was actually for December and January. However, I will also show just how small that note is that it's for December and January, and hopefully you won't feel as bad knowing that I missed it as well. So let's get into the trends. So before we get started with Vogue and Elle, let me show you the Elle December January issue and how easy it is to miss the fact that it is December and January. Well, my dear viewers, it is right here in the tiniest font possible. Alright, so now that we have that out of the way, we have the Vogue February issue featuring Vice President Kamala Harris, and the Elle February issue featuring J-Lo. This one is also a special edition that has two covers. So on the back it flips over to Maluma, and he has a few feature pages here as well that are upside down compared to the normal cover. Go into Vogue first. Dior chose a more romantic, almost painting-esque shoot to do. We have a fold-out here, styled like a classic painting, along with these two ladies over here. So you see a lot of flowing skirts, flowing dresses, along with some structured pieces as well, such as blazers. I do love what this is doing for a figure. It's a nice deep V going into some shearing right here at the waist. And you see that there's a play on sheer here as well. This nice lengthy skirt here has almost a crochet trim running all the way down, which almost kind of gives it faux pleating length, which looks really cool. Then you see a nice long cape or a long open sweater that's been belted in with a top. And over here we see a nice open work crochet skirt or dress. It might be a set. This more structured blazer paired with either flowy pants or a flowy skirt. And there's some beautiful lacework on this top and dress as well. And here we have Saint Laurent with a center fold and of a different direction. So you really have to focus on it, which I think is pretty cool. I do love the fact that it is something that looks a little bit furry. So it's not just a flat black outfit, but it does seem to have some textural interest. Now this just wants to confuse my brain in so many different ways, but I do think it looks pretty cool. This is actually for Dolce & Gabbana, and mixing of prints is definitely a newer trend. However, it has been done before, it's just reoccurring now. Some new Miu Miu with some mod vibes going on. We have over here a nice plaid on the bias with what looks like a crochet overlay skirt. And then sort of a racer jacket. Now for this, I'm not sure if they're actually showcasing designer pieces or Vogue designed pieces, but they are promoting where you can see fashion shows, and it's at their website listed here. Here we have Maxmar monochromatic outfits that are lengthening her probably already tall figure. I love how this is being worn both kind of as a top and a jacket. So you can't tell if she has a top underneath, but there is a skirt, so it's kind of a set. And these sleeves are nice and dramatic. Over here we have the same dramatic sleeves, but more of on a regular jacket, along with a set for a top and a long flowing skirt. Now a close-up on this one because it is mainly all black, but it is some sort of dress that has been belted in by a black and white belt. It is featured for the American Gothic style, but notice how this person is writing in from Miami. Now, I'm not quite sure if the writer of this is the designer behind the outfit. It might be Meryl McMaster, but for the Heritage Designs article, they're showing a flower headdress with a dark green and black plaid, possibly dress, with black sleeves. Now here is where we enter into the controversy of this issue, because supposedly this was going to be the cover for the magazine. However, at the last minute it was switched to what you currently see. This is also supposedly the digital issue cover. I don't know, it depends on how you feel about fashion, what it says about you, but I wouldn't have minded this being the physical cover as well. So that was it for the cover shoot with Kamala Harris. We then transitioned into North American local designers. Here we have indigenous fashion represented by Elias Jade Not Afraid, and he is standing over here along with friends and family wearing his designs. And here we have the Los Angeles native Johnson Hartig of Libertine with Libertine Fashions being presented. And this is something that is definitely memorable. I will definitely give him the credit for being very unique on that. Here, a close-up of these very detailed prints on the shorts, which I am loving. Kind of reminds me of old fairy tale books. And what's interesting is that he paired it with whale and skull and crossbone embezzlement on the blazers. And here we have nice color blocking of red, cream, what kind of looks like metallic or heather gray, and black for this jacket. And here we have Jeremy Scott, who is actually a Kansas City, Missouri native, but located out of Los Angeles for work. And if you're not familiar with Jeremy Scott, this is his work. This is actually Moschino Couture, so I will show you some of his looks. And on this page we have Brema with his screen printed hoodies that are his signature. He also did a collection with Levi's, and I definitely apologize if I'm saying his name wrong. If you are not familiar, we have the label Rodart, and I will show some of their other looks as well. These designers are native to California. Featured are some lovely floor-length tiered and ruffled dresses, and here is some of their other work as well. And here we have Greg Chait. Again, I apologize if I pronounce any of these names wrong. And he's based out of Los Angeles. He has a knitwear label that is supposedly boho luxe cashmere that is offered in a, quote, groovy, earthy, goes cosmic color palette, aka tie-dye. Is a fun way of saying that. Here we have some really fashion-forward children's wear, which I think is adorable. It won't count towards the trend count, but I just wanted to show you all. On the left we have an accessories designer, and on the right we have Scott Sternberg out of Los Angeles. If you know Band of Outsiders, that was one of his labels along with Entire World, and I love what he did with this stripe. It almost looks like a color block, and I think it's a perfect chunky stripe that goes with what looks like an oversized sweater. The next designer we have is Sheila Rashid, and she's based out of Chicago. You might be familiar with what she did for Chance the Rapper in 2016 with denim overalls. And over here we have a brand called Do or Do. and surprisingly based out of Washington, D.C., which is definitely not something that you see every day. But everything you see here is part of the label. And here we have Aziza, who is a dress wear designer based out of Chicago. Some nice voluminous sleeves, if you remember those from my previous video. They're still here. And on the other page, we have pieces from Alabama Shannon's factory store, and it's based out of Florence, Alabama. Here we have two beautiful outfits by Gary Graham for Gary Graham 422. He mainly does one-off pieces as he uses mainly vintage textiles. Close-up of the beautiful print that is on this fabric. And this dress has what kind of looks like a crochet base fabric with a larger crochet up top. On this page we have Billy Reed, which you can't really see many of his looks as they are mainly in photographs, but that is what looks like a seasonal mood board of looks to come. He's originally based out of New York, but is now based in Florence, Alabama as well. And on the right we have JBD Apparel based in Philadelphia. They do mainly knitwear and known for a piece that Kim Kardashian wore. What I do love is that they featured designers both big and small from well-known locations and not very well-known locations, such as Indianapolis, Indiana, with Union Western Clothing. So they continue the tradition of highly embellished and bedazzled outfits, such as these ones over here, along with the very updated versions of what Elvis wore. No joke, that's what they're based off of. We have a few different designers featured between these two pages. Over here we have Christy Dawn, based in Los Angeles. They originally started with dead stock fabrics, aka fabric that was made for usually like mass market, and then had leftover fabric, and that is considered dead. So dead stock fabric is still sold, you just have to know where to find it. They started off with this and then moved to other sustainable practices as well. Over on the bottom left of this page we have Hanifa with this gorgeous almost animal print with a side slit on a maxi dress. Still looks like we have some volume going on in the sleeves. In the upper left we have Imogen and Willie. They originally started off hand sewing their denim in a Nashville gas station, which is a pretty cool story. And they are based out of Nashville, Tennessee. The next label featured is No Cesso, based out of Los Angeles. They're known for both genderless pieces and nice vibrant aesthetic, which I really love this color combo. Now, if you're not familiar with her, we have Tracy Reese designs featured. She originally had a self-titled brand located in New York, which she stepped away from just 2 years ago in 2019 to focus more on sustainability, and is now located out of Detroit, Michigan. We have 3 designers featured on this page. This is the designer behind Backbeat Co., which is a surf and skate brand. And over here we have Diara Blue, which does made-to-order pieces to avoid as much excess stock as possible. And we head on south to Dallas, Texas with Miron Crosby and some modern southern styles. And that will be it for the featured North American designers. Here we have model Sasha Pivovarova just casually wearing a coach dress while holding her bébé child right there. Because you know how I'd totally wear a $600 dress for working from home while holding a bébé. And here we have some influencers just kind of doing their thing. Love the monochromatic outfits we have here, and what looks like either a very interesting print or intarsia on this sweater. Then a sort of floral, tropical print mix over here for the top and skirt. If you'd like to know all the designers, here they are really quick, have fun. And then we move on to their only style roundup in this issue, and it is of things found in boutiques across the United States. So if you notice, the theme for this issue is the United States. So we'll start over here in Arizona and then move on to Oakland, California. And then we head on over to South Carolina. And oh, Dallas. Welcome to the United States. Throughout this issue, I'd say we have many a cinched waist with a longer, more voluminous lower half, along with sleeves that have some volume and upper structure. You can see it represented here in South Carolina and Oakland as well. And to finish it off, we have Louis Vuitton that we've already seen. Now that would be the Vogue February issue. Moving on to JLo with Elle with this slightly scandalous dress, but JLo makes it work. Now we don't have as much new fashion in either of these two issues, but we do start seeing some Gucci with some bold paisley and a nice bold monochromatic outfit. Dolce & Gabbana that we saw in the other ad, as if you could possibly forget this very mind-boggling ad. Preview of what's to come later. This is a nice vibrant and voluminous dress over here by Ken Scott. And for our first style roundup of the issue, we have Nina Garcia's editor-in-chief picks. We are still seeing voluminous sleeves, both long and short now, as it is moving on into spring. This next look continues the monochromatic trend, with the set consisting of a top, mini skirt, and pant by Maximilian. While over here we have a cinched mesh top or dress, not quite sure, by Theophilio. Now these two looks are actually from Molly Goddard's Spring 2020 collection, so that is technically old, but it is being featured, so might as well show you. While over here we have Stella McCartney and Hermes monochromatic outfits. A little bit of voluminous sleeves still here, along with your blazer trend. Not much fashion to show on these two pages, but we do have the menswear trend continuing, and we do have other fashion influences, aka accessories. This outfit is by Daily Paper. Not much fashion on these two pages either, but very intricate looks that I am loving, and I think this is hilarious. This is actually supposedly a tiny coin purse that you can wear as a necklace, because I definitely like to wear my coin purse around my neck. I'm wondering if maybe this is the Flavor Flav update of 2021? No clocks, just coin purses? Here we have a modern American look of denim on denim, and it's not a Canadian tuxedo. It's modeled by Hailey Bieber with Levi's secondhand. Then we go on to some more Levi's looks that are very updated, feel kind of refreshed. Blazer, skirt, and vest and pants. Fun fact, did you know Valentino actually did a collection with Levi at one point? Moving on to the third style roundup, we actually have more fashion being presented than accessories. So here we have an acid wash group. Then we move on to a more modern skater girl, though I don't know how this counts as skater girl. Straight Talk features more straight cut jeans, as the name might imply. And then over here, Saved by the Bell, because we were all asking for bell-bottom jeans to come back. The continuation of the style roundup then moves on to shorts, and your artistic denim, and what you compare it with. Then we move on to JLo's spicy photo shoot, and I hope I look as well as I do when I reach her age. Then we move on to this amazing bodysuit by Fendi. Love the pointel details built in there. For our second look, we have a blouse with luminous sleeves, although arguably the cuffs are unbuttoned, so who knows if it could be a tighter fit. And it's tapered into a mixed print short by, if you could guess it from what happened earlier, Dolce & Gabbana, because they love their mixed prints for this upcoming season. JLo is looking very sweet for her third outfit. And I do believe that this is a rosy palette of the Dior dress that we saw in the Vogue ad. Then she gives off some casual Mother Nature vibes in this long flowing cape or dress or jacket, not quite sure. But I do love the florals. Then she just had to continue her stunning looks with this beautiful dress that fits her in all the right ways. Long flowing maxi skirt on it, and voluminous sleeves. Shelter from the storm is the theme of the next shoot, which not so surprisingly features trench coats. I do love the monochromatic outfit here that they built around the trench coat. The first trench coat was by Saint Laurent, and this one is Alexandre Vauthier. This outfit is all casually Louis Vuitton, and I love the flowing pants that they paired with this very long trench coat. What's this? A monochromatic outfit with a blazer and flowing pants. Here we see a pinstriped blazer with menswear influence. And then of course they had to go for a nice tiny picture over here for an ice blue coat, bodysuit, and skirt. Now I don't think you would ever guess this, but this is Jodie Turner-Smith wearing the North Face collaboration with Gucci. Say what? If you need proof, look at that right there. That is the North Face logo, and whabam, the North Face x Gucci. Then we see her in a vintage cardigan jacket mixed with a North Face Gucci scarf. Then the next two pages are mainly North Face and Gucci, and some vintage accessories to go with. So again, you wouldn't expect it, but this is North Face and Gucci. Alright, so there we have the women's wear trends, and for the front of it, I'll flip the magazine over and we can look at the Maluma shoot real quick. And just so you know, these will not be counting towards the women's wear trends because we're going to be seeing mainly menswear looks minus this ad from Dior. Although I will say I do like this matching print set. Ta-da! Alright, so there we have it. February edition of Elle and February edition of Vogue. Now I swear I didn't forget about the Vogue January issue. So for our cover model we have Paloma. And we head straight on into some Louis Vuitton ads. We already saw this one in a previous magazine. However, this is the new look with some great color blocking. So we have some red, navy, black, and other tones of blue. Next up we have a Chanel set. We have pink for both of these and blinged out bikini top. For Gucci we have some mixing of prints, both more of the everyday color tones and some vibrant mixes as well. We do still see the long skirt trend going on. So on their jacket they have the G Gucci print of a vest that goes with it and a nice long dress to layer underneath. While over here we go into the more vibrant palette and very eye-catching print for the skirt. And I love the floral print for this one, especially because when you have it far out, it kind of looks like polka dots. So it can blend in pretty well. What I like about this outfit that she has of top and shorts is that this is neutral color blocking. So you have shades of brown, tan, kind of an olive brown, mixed in with some black, and you still have an oversized look. So oversized is definitely continued. Now this is actually an ad for the shoes, but we have a color blocked mesh top. So it's both blue mesh and white mesh, and then we have rainbow joggers. And what I like about this rainbow is that it's more of like an oil slick rainbow. It's not in your face. Now, if you're not familiar with who these two females are, they're Savannah Guthrie and Kristen Welker, and they're both news anchors, so you have more of your classic news anchor attire of either a dress or a suit. And this is actually Valentino, and this is Altuzarra. Not much to really say here, but thought I'd include them. Now, I still find these absolutely hilarious because you can't fit anything in these purses. So yeah, I guess you might as well wear them around your neck, like what I was suggesting in their February issue. I love what they did for the color blocking on tennis champion Naomi Osaka's dress here. So you have gold, as she is a champion, and we have black and white mixed in as well to keep it nice and neutral. Again, we have a long skirt, and this one is long and flowing. You'll see in the next few pages that we have Rosalia, who is a musician from Spain, and she is wearing an all Versace outfit that you can see has some flamenco inspiration. For her second outfit, they styled her in a more oversized menswear look. Okay, now I know I said next few pages with Rosalia, but I thought she had one more page. This is actually the model Paloma, who is our cover girl for this issue in a nice long flowing dress, casually just hanging out in the water. Her next look is a monochromatic avant-garde Schiaparelli top paired with a white skirt. The following look is a Gucci coat that we saw in an ad not too long ago, but this is on actress Frances McDormand. The other look that they put her in is too far out, but it is most likely a coat. I'll show you a close-up, but not much to speak on. The next few pages have 6 up-and-coming creatives. Right here we have Ashley James, who is the Associate Curator of Contemporary Art at Guggenheim, and she is wearing a nice color-blocked Alexander McQueen jacket and pants. and I love how this looks kind of like a bow, but without the knot. Well, over on the right, we have Joanne Pellman, who is starring in the movie The Prom. And I love how they gave her something that's nice and light and airy. And you have a nice long skirt featuring some ruffles and play on sheer with layering of sheer fabrics. And I know you don't have much of an outfit over here, but this is a Louis Vuitton shirt on Audrey Nuna. And over here we have Aya Brown wearing Miu Miu top, along with Reebok by Pyre Moss pants. On the left we have Nadia Owusu, who is wearing a very long flowing dress with stripes and a jacket by Dolce & Gabbana that makes it fitted up top. Well, on the right it looks like we have 2 months of agreeing that this Dior dress is very beautiful, as we saw the rose paletted one on JLo in the February issue. The flowing Dior dress is then followed up by a menswear inspired suit set that has pinstripes on it and pinstripes on the button up as well, while the knit dress on the right is very figure flattering and has contrasting stripes, smaller on the sides to be more figure flattering and bigger down the middle and on the sleeves to really emphasize that area. This dress is Alexander McQueen, while the suit set is Michael Kors. The stripes on this knit dress are very playful, and we clearly have some fun positioning of stripes as well, while over here we have some cute color blocking that's both fresh and vibrant. On the left we move back into the long flowing tiered dress trend, while on the right we have a similar style dress to the previous page, but it's Stella McCartney. So we have two designers agreeing that this bodycon with the special shaping at the chest is the way to go. We have another long flowing dress, but this one has some straps crossed around it. While on the right, it's contrasted by yet another body conscious dress that's knit with some stripes in it. This top shares some style lines with the dress on the previous page, but it's more of a neutral color block, and it's paired with an intricately crocheted skirt. While over here we have an oversized sweatshirt continuing the oversized trend, layered over a long sleeve top and pleated skirt. This Tory Burch suit set is menswear inspired, but feels very refreshingly light with a cream background. While over here we have an oversized jacket that's from a Coach and Basquiat collaboration. The next look featured is an oversized Prada coat on the model Precious Lee. Her next look features a tight-fitting dress throughout the torso, but with voluminous sleeves and a long flowing skirt. Her third outfit is a Versace top and skirt, which paired together has a more updated mod feeling to it. The Givenchy top that she is wearing in this image has a very dramatic knot in the front, which I think would be very figure lengthening if she were standing upright. While over on the right we have some more sporty vibes with a knit skirt with a racer stripe down the middle. Now this is the only style roundup they had for this month. It doesn't feature much fashion, but I do love the florals that they have here. So now we're truly done with this trend review. So we have January Vogue, February Elle, and February Vogue. So what did you all think of the trends that we saw in today's video? Were there any surprises? And if you made it this far, an insider secret, I already have a Vogue March issue, and the thickness has started to return. So that means plenty of new things to show you. And if you are very well aware of the fashion world, you know that there are plenty of fashion shows going on right now all around the world. If there are any that you would like me to report trends on, feel free to leave those names in the comments down below. And thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you are new here. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Millennial because I do my middle I don't do my middle part. They're old with their middle parts. I'm gonna wear my hair like this for the rest of the video, pretending that it's going to stay in the exact same place, and I'm not gonna have to keep adjusting it.